Welcome to AS Sports Eredivisie Roundup, Week 4 out of 34. We start this week with a mid-table clash between NEC Nijmegen, home of the previously undisputed goalkeeper of the Netherlands Jasper Cillessen, and FC Groningen. It was quite the even battle, and that reflects in the scoreline of the 1-1 draw, both teams leaving with a point. Sissoko scoring for NEC and Duarte scoring for Groningen. Followed by a battle for teams in the relegation zone. Go Ahead Eagles up against Sparta Rotterdam. Sparta scoring early 0-1 in the 18th minute by Lauritsen and leaving with the 3 points, with the same scoreline after Fernandes picks up a red card for Go Ahead Eagles. Next up is Vitesse against RKC Waalwijk. On paper an easy match for Vitesse. They've had a bad start of the season with 0 points out of 3. Today was not their day either, falling behind 0-2 with goals of Yosefzoon and Belhassani. They recoup in the second half and managed to tie the game with 2-2 for a penalty with Biro and the final goal in the 71st minute by Flamengo, leaving Vitesse with 1 point out of 4. Feyenoord, who has had a decent start to the season, battles it out with FC Emmen this weekend, with the new additions having an amazing impact on the game. Feyenoord winning 4-0 at home with goals for Quinten Timber in the 60th minute and exploding in the latter stages of the game with Gimenez, Rasmussen, Szymanski all finding the net after the 85th minute. Closing off the Saturday is SC Heerenveen against relegation battle team Fortuna Sittard. Sidney van Hooijdonk scoring again after his hat-trick from last weekend, followed by Van Ewijk with Heerenveen leading 2-0 after the first half. Burak Yilmaz tries to return the favour, once again scoring from a set piece in the 84th minute, resulting in a 2-1 score, Heerenveen taking the points. Then we get to Sunday, Ajax starting off the Sunday away against FC Utrecht, which always is a difficult matchup. Side note, Sean Kleiber most likely joining Utrecht from Ajax this week. Berghuis gets up the tally very early in the game with a header in the 10th minute, and Brobby scoring in the extra time of the first half, Ajax leading 0-2. No further action in the second half, resulting in a 0-2 scoreline, with Ajax bringing back the points 12 out of 4. Then we have PSV heading to Rotterdam to play Excelsior away, which turned out to be a walk in the park for the team from Eindhoven. Joey Veerman opening the score in the 2nd minute of the game, followed by a brace from Sangaré. Wonder kid Xavi Simons gets in the 4th for PSV, while Horemans tries to do something in return to get a 1-4 scoreline. Cody Gakpo with a goal, followed by Simons' second goal of the game, results in a 1-6 victory for PSV. Twente, after a rough game against Italian side Fiorentina on Thursday, facing off freshly promoted FC Volendam. A rough game with Twente being the dominant side. The score is finally opened in the 83rd minute by 17-year-old Z Foyk, which is the first and final goal of the game. 1-0 for Volendam. Rounding off the weekend is Cambuur against AZ. On paper, AZ the much better team after moving on to the Conference League group stages last Thursday. AZ being the dominant side, not much happening in terms of goals. Jacobs picking up a red card for Cambuur in the 55th minute, still not resulting in a breakthrough. On the verge of a draw, Johnny Klasi finally finding the net in the 90th minute for AZ, 0-1 with the points for Alkmaar. After 4 weeks of play, Ajax in the lead with 12 points, 4 out of 4. Closely followed by Feyenoord on 10 points and both PSV and AZ on 9. The team should expect in the top 4. Currently battling for relegation are Fortuna Sittard and Go Ahead Eagles with 0 points each, and Vitesse with 1 point out of 4. That's it for this week's AS Sports Eredivisie Roundup. See you next week after more football has been played.